Let's take the working file My Kitchen underway to explore splitting tasks. Now you can actually see in this project there is a split task. The remove old units has a big gap in it where the task has been split into two sections. Now that was caused by the fact that we completed part of the task, then there was a major delay. I think that delay might have been caused by flooding or something. So then we had to restart that task a number of days later. So in order to facilitate that, Microsoft Project created a split task. Now there's nothing to stop you from manually creating a split task for whatever reason you might want. If we move forward in time to where we have a task that has not been started, for example here, fit new cooker. Now it may be that fitting the new cooker, you want to split it. Starting, which is getting the cooker in, then there has to be some testing, and then you might need to finally fit that cooker. So there's going to be a split in the task. If we want to physically split a task, we choose the task in question, come up to the task ribbon, and here's your split task icon. One click, you can see it says split task. Click to insert a split on the task. So you come down with the mouse, and let's say we're going to go about the middle. Click and then drag to the right as far as you want to go, and that task will then be split from the point you clicked until the point you dragged to. Watch when I let go. You see the task gets split and we get the dots all the way through to the remaining part of the task. Now previously, when the task crossed the weekend, you actually got a solid blue bar. Now it's split, we see some work is done before the weekend and some work is done on the following Tuesday. Now it's not particularly common to split tasks. If you're splitting tasks regularly, I would probably question why am I splitting tasks and potentially think of breaking that task down into multiple other tasks. So fitting the new cooker, I actually split it because two things have got to happen. I ought to ask myself, actually, should I have two tasks then? One task would be to start fitting the cooker, measuring, etc., and then a second task further down the line, which is the final fitting. If you need links to, in this case, my split task, the first part to be different to the links to the second part, then you would need to have two separate tasks. We can't ask for a task to follow on part way through another task. It can only follow on from the end or from the beginning. I can't say, well, actually, this task here needs to happen part way through. Really, I should have two separate tasks. So before you split a task, ask yourself, should this be two separate tasks anyway? If not, you just want to cause a delay effectively, then we can use the split task option that allows you to drag part of a task further ahead in time. If you need to put a task back together, which you might want to do, you grab the second half and effectively just drag it back until it meets and let go, and the task is then no longer split. And you can see that over the weekend it then becomes a solid blue bar, even though no work is actually carried out. So that's the split task. It's an option that you might wish to use. There's the little icon. You then come down to the task in question, and it can be any task on the Gantt chart. I could do that one there, for example. Click, drag to the right, stop when you get as far as you want to go, and the task is then split with anything before the point you click being the first part of the task, and then anything where you get to when you let go comes the second part of that split task. And again, they can be returned to a single task with a click and a drag. Splitting tasks is done in the actual Gantt chart side of things, not in the data entry table.